Hi everybody, my name is Sakshma Srivastav and I hope that all of you are happy and healthy. Today on the show I have Liam Woodrum, aka Supermodel Nick Park from the Netflix show GEEK Girl. Hi, hello.
Hi.
Namaste.
Namaste. How are you? Thank you for that intro.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm very well. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's early over here in California.
I know, right? We tried to figure it out, but then we realized that we are 12 and a half hours ahead of you. So it was very tricky, but you made it. So thank you.
Yes, I made it.
So congratulations on an amazing show. I mean, it's been trending everywhere, all over the world. It was on like the first spot in India as well. You were fabulous. We're going to talk all about it. But first, tell me, why did you decide to be an actor?
Well, I was a basketball player my whole life, so it was never really in the cards or in the picture. But I had an English teacher who convinced me to take drama class after a couple years. I needed an art credit to graduate, so I joined the class and we did our first little one act in front of a paid audience, and I just fell in love with it. And I came home and I told mom and dad, I was like, I want to be an actor. I don't want to play basketball anymore. I want to act. And I wanted to quit basketball and just start doing it right away. But they made me finish it out. So as soon as I graduated, I started taking classes and got myself an agent and started auditioning.
Your drama teacher must be like so proud. Like, look where he went. I bet he's like, he or she is giving examples of you in the drama class to get more students. Okay, we're gonna come back to GEEK Girl. You were so good. You and Nick and Harriet together, amazing. So many beautiful moments. What's your favorite on-screen moment between Nick and Harriet from the show?
There's a couple. I really like that last moment on the runway in episode 10. That's a great moment. That's
Yeah.
kind of the typical answer. I like a lot of the stuff at the museum though as well. I think that's the first time we get to see Nick and Harriet kind of interact in that intimate way. So I think those are pretty special moments inside the museum in Canada.
Yeah, that's where they really connect. You're right. Now, there's this whole universe. I mean, whenever there's a book that's been translated into a movie or a show, there are these fans who say, oh, that's not how this happened in the movies and it's different. Were there any creative liberties that you decided to take with the character because, to add your own touch to it? Or is there something you didn't get to do? How did you paint your character in your own way, different from the books?
Yeah, I think we were all pretty lucky. We had Holly and we had the books, but they gave us a lot of creative freedom with the character, and we weren't tied down to really anything that our character was doing in the books. We definitely used it as a reference and a guide, but there was never a moment where we had to stop and redo something because it's not how the character would have done it in the books. But for me, I think it was just trying to find who Nick really is underneath all the supermodel and the bad boy of fashion. I think it was important for me to kind of figure out how he really feels as a teenager. He's kind of stripped from a normal kid's life and placed in a different country with no friends and no family. So I think that was the main thing that I try to focus on, and then just his empathy and love for Harriet as well.
You talk about empathy. Whatever Nick went through, is that a kind of disclaimer into what you're getting into in real life? Because yes, privacy is taken away, time's taken away.
Yeah.
So was that a learning for you?
Yeah, definitely. Getting placed in a different country, Nick is probably a bit more experienced with it than I am, but it was definitely weird getting placed in a different country with nobody I really knew, but the whole cast was extremely welcoming and took me under the wing and showed me around.
Nick had an aunt looking after him. You're like all alone, so yeah. But you're doing very, very, look, I mean, I don't want it to be negative. You're doing really, really well. Now, it is really important to enjoy on set while working. So who was your best friend on set?
This is gonna be such a cliche answer, but everyone. I mean, I worked mostly with Emily and Manny. I didn't have many scenes with Rochelle or Zach, and I had a couple scenes with Sandra, who plays Yuji, but I was most of the time with Emily and Manny, who play Wilbur and Harriet, obviously. So I would say those two. I was and Daisy as well. I spent a lot of time with, who plays
We all
Poppy.
bonded.
That's amazing. What was the biggest difference between Liam and Nick? Something where you just couldn't relate with.
Oh man, I mean the obvious answer is age. So I think some of the way he reacts to certain things, I don't know if I would, just because I'm a bit older now, and you look back at yourself when you're 17 years old, and there's a lot of things that you say and a lot of things that you do that you just don't like
True.
that you did I think that, yeah.
There was this interview I was watching of yours where you said that, when you were auditioning, first we're going to talk about which scene you auditioned with, and then we're going to come to the other part. So first tell me, what was your audition like?
The audition process, it was extremely intensive, but it was pretty long. I did a couple self tapes, so you just film yourself in your living room or wherever you have your setup, and you send it off into the abyss and hope you hear something back. So I did that, and got a call back, and then another call back, and then I had a live Zoom with the director and producer and the casting director, and then did that with them, and then luckily
So
got
no
the part.
particular scene from the script that comes to mind when you were
Um,
auditioning.
the scene that we auditioned with, the first one, I believe, was the scene in episode 3, maybe in the doorway, where we first kind of have an interaction. I think that one, and then I auditioned with the museum scene. I think in the
Mm.
later auditions, the museum stuff in episode 6.
Okay. You spoke about in an interview where you were supposed to fly and meet the director, but that got canned, so you thought you didn't get the part. I want to ask you, what do you like when you're waiting to hear back? Like, are you really anxious, think about it all the time, pulling your hair out? Or you're a very chill person saying, I'll get the part, otherwise I won't, so what?
Usually I'm a pretty chill person and I can just kind of send it and forget about it. But for some reason, this one, I just had a weird feeling about the entire process. And I was also getting called back multiple times, so that helped with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just had this weird gut feeling. And then, yeah, as soon as they told me that they weren't going to fly me out anymore, well, that was when my agent called me to tell me I got the part. So she told me I wasn't getting flown out. So then I was like, I'm definitely not getting the part. And then 4 seconds later, she told me I got the part. So she
Amazing.
put me through a roller coaster.
Fabulous. What was the most difficult scene for you? One which was like just so difficult, you couldn't get over it.
The runway scenes, walking on a runway in front of people, I think was the most difficult thing for me.
But you were so good. Honestly, like, I'm not even lying. When I was watching those scenes, I really thought you were an actual model because you have the look with the whole cheekbone and jawline stuff. I'm sure you know that. But I really thought that's a very experienced person walking the ramp. I have to ask you, did you adopt, say, a supermodel style that you liked? Or it was pure training? What was it?
It was no, I watched a lot of runway stuff, a lot of runway videos. Though I didn't watch a specific model and kind of based off of how he walks. I think we tried to take stuff from what we knew about the character of Nick and try to incorporate that and how he would kind of walk, just this kind of
Mm-hmm.
nonchalant, just himself walking down the runway. But we also had Stacey McKenzie there, who's a top model judge. So she pulled a couple of
America's
us.
top model. My God, that's amazing.
That
Wow.
was amazing. So she gave us a little pointers and went full Stacey McKenzie mode and took her gum out. There was one time we were doing the walk and I had a piece of gum in my mouth and she's like, "Stop!
Oh
Take the gum out. Take the gum out. Let's go back." So
my
but I'm so thankful that she helped out a lot.
Perfect. Now we're going to do a little bit of rapid fire regarding the show. But before that, I really want you to give a message to the Indian audience, which is absolutely loving the show. It was actually trending on Twitter. There are so many fan edits of you from Indian fan accounts. They love you. I mean, you have to give them a message. What would you like to say to them?
I would just say thank you so much for watching and enjoying the show, and keep making the edits and keep making noise so we can get a season 2.
Nice little push. Perfect. You're super sweet. Okay, we're going to start the rapid fire, the 7 questions, just whatever comes to your mind. First one, an ongoing show you would love to be a part of.
Oh no, let's say I am not watching a lot of ongoing shows right now. Ooh, I don't know. Can I go back in time and say Breaking Bad? Can I be a part of Breaking Bad?
Oh, I love. What part would you want to play? Say, I mean, if you were given a choice.
I wouldn't want to take. I would like a new part written for me so I don't have to butcher anybody else's parts.
True.
I would love to see you in the House of Dragon. Like, that would be so cool.
Oh,
would
that'll be
Amazing. Yeah, I would love that. Next one. What color would you dye your hair in? Global.
Let's go with red.
A classic film you would love to star in the remake of.
Let's do Cool Hand Luke.
You've got great taste. Okay, next. An actor you would want to work with.
so many.
Leonardo DiCaprio. There's so many.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, he's amazing. Great actor. Next one. Dream shoot location.
I'm gonna say Korea. I'm my mom is Korean and was born over there, and I'm a quarter Korean, and I have not been yet. So I would love to go back.
My God, I think I was there for like 6 months last year. It's the most amazing place. You must go. You should go during the cherry blossom because the entire city's pink. It's
I was in Seoul.
stunning. And if your mom's from there, I'm surprised you haven't.
You must go.
To make more back.
Perfect. Next, a Disney character you would love to play.
Disney character I would love to play. Oh man, I don't know. We were doing the shoot in Canada, and everyone kept saying I look like the prince from Little Mermaid, Prince Eric. Is that correct?
Little Mermaid? I thought you looked like
Little
The
Mermaid.
Aladdin protagonist.
I was not a big Disney fan.
no problem. Okay, next, last one. A movie you can never get tired of watching.
Me and my dad have watched there's two movies that we watch over and over. We watched Dumb and Dumber. I don't even know how many times I've seen Dumb and Dumber, and Boogie Nights. We've seen Boogie Nights a couple times as well.
Amazing. I thought you'll say James Bond because I heard you say
Say that like so many times.
I thought you'd straight away go to James Bond. I'm happy you didn't say that because you said it too many times.
I said that a couple times.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Liam. That was amazing. I am very happy because, I just sent you a DM and then this happened because I didn't know if you'll respond or whatever, but it was amazing. I really had to get you. So many fans were messaging me. It's early, it's 9 a.m. You made time. I appreciate that. And I wish you all the very best. I hope there's a season 2 and many, many more shows. I would love to see you entertaining us for many years.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Liam.
That was blessed.